Speaking of extra special, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2014, Nirvana's being inducted, and you sing with them. It Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
So the first time that the three members, including Pat, who you obviously have a relationship with from back in the Germs days, and the first time they're playing together since Kurt's untimely death, you got to walk me through just how did that come about? What's going through your mind as this is happening? I need to know more about this particular thing. It's mind-blowing.
I'm trying to remember how they asked me, because the actual thought of that was another petrifying thing, right?
I can only imagine.
Can you imagine? But how can you say no?
Of course.
You can't.
It's like dare, right?
So it is a dare. It was a total dare. But you have to do it. You know, you have to hope the rock and roll gods are with you that night, you know.
Was the first time you played it with the other three guys at the sound check, like that day or the day before? Did you rehearse somewhere the week before?
No, I believe we just did the sound check.
What was the reaction from the other guys who had not played that song since, what, 94?
They seemed to be pleased that we got through it, you know. I don't know. I mean, I was so into what I was doing.
It just seems like,
listen, nervous.
As a fan of yours, as a fan of them, as a fan of music, I mean, that just sounds like it's one of those moments that you sit there and go like, holy this actually like happened. I'm just trying to sort of figure out what.
Grinning ear to ear. I remember looking at Pat. He had a big grin on his face. When I looked at Dave, all you could see was the hair, right? You know, and a smile, but you know, he was going. And Chris had a big smile on his face. So if you can judge from that.
And then Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 1 year later, it's your turn to finally get inducted. And Miley Cyrus gives one of the all-time classic speeches that only she can do with her personality and her language and her whole vibe. Did you know what your story had meant to her over the last few years? Did you have a relationship before?
Yes, I had met Miley a few years prior to that. We met to do an Oprah segment that I think it was 3 people bringing out their women heroes who they looked up to, and I was Miley's.
So you had 2 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 14 and 15, where you sort of stole the show. I mean, that's pretty crazy. That must have felt like
another vindication.
Yes,
of it all, really, definitely. You know, and I still have to thank Chris really for getting me in there, because, you know, he made it very obvious that I wasn't in yet when Nirvana was up there. They put on the pressure, so can't take total credit.